Welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of this Let's Play series of Legend of Keepers as the Slaveholder. This particular playthrough is so extremely fun. I have this cool artifact that makes it so that I only get to put one trap, but it triggers twice. So I have a really powerful bone catapult, and it's just so good. It just scares the living daylights out of everything that comes into the dungeon. It's so effective. It's extremely fun. So let's get ready here. We talked about this in our last episode, so we're going to get ready to do this artifact veteran group here. Make sure our minions are in order. I think we want to send a couple people home to heal up. Not heal up, but get their motivation back. No reason to send them all. And who do we want to send here? Let's send our skeleton dog. Let's just try to get as much motivation as possible. I like being, as high on motivation as possible so that we don't get any burnouts. Because if they run out of motivation, they have to go away for 10 weeks to recuperate, and that's way worse than one mission sitting out. Although 10 weeks, sometimes there's a long time in between groups of adventurers. But so let's go into this veteran group here. Okay, so we are in our dungeon. We have monsters, trap, spell, trap, disaster, which we haven't seen yet, so we'll take a look at that. Monsters, master. This is a pretty good layout, I think. This is going to work really nicely. So, do morale, terrified. Morale taken from attacks and traps increased by 50%. So what we might do is we won't put the trap here. We'll put it here, the bone catapult, and then we'll give them terrified first so that when they get to this, they're going to take double from this trap, and that might just kill them outright. What do we have here? Physical damage and bleeding, morale and demoralized. Oh yeah, I don't think any of these guys are going to make it to this group of monsters here. I think they're going to die by this room or right when they get here. So let's take a look. We have a berserker, can't be affected by bleeding. We have this sorceress who loses... Oh no, her morale loss is reduced. Okay. And replaces one of her penalties with a bonus at the start of her turn once. But that's okay. We're going to make sure that procs before she gets to the trap. I think we're still going to try to hit her with morale. I think it'll be okay. So we're going to hit her with a lot of morale damage. And we have this Imayagan who does broken armor and heals some morale. But again, we're probably going to get rid of those two passives during this group of monsters so that it won't interrupt our plans. So, physical damage, air damage in the front. Nobody's really good at that. Oh boy. 110 speed. Oh, so he'll go first. Excellent. Why are you guys so fast? This is good. And then air damage in the back. Huh. This guy front attacks ricochet to the other heroes, but he does damage, not morale damage, so I'm not really worried about it. And he can hit the front or the back, and really the one in the middle is the only one I think I would maybe want to have to kill with damage rather than morale. So I think we're just gonna... This team is just gonna do what they can, and then they'll die, and that's fine. And they're all skeletons, so they get the buff, which is pretty cool. Plus 20 to armor is pretty helpful, actually, since this guy does a lot of physical and also sunders. Okay, cool. So we'll skip this trap room. I do want to confirm. This room gets the bone catapult. Disaster room. Second group of monsters. So again, air and physical in the front. So looking like this guy who defends everybody else. Air in the back. Good. I like this. I like this setup a lot right here. That looks cool. Okay, we're ready. These heroes are absolutely screwed. Okay, let's give them a little hypothermia here. This is good. This will make sure that both of these passives get out of here. Abel's finger or Cain's finger? Weird. Why biblical references for this character? Skeleton Lord? I don't know. I don't know. If anybody knows why, if these have some like it's from the Bible, but I don't understand why, like ice and air, front and back. I don't know if they're just supposed to be like opposites or equals, or I don't know. So we could do air in the front, ice in the back. This also applies a random penalty. I think I like that. Oh, and it bounces. That's right. Ice weakness. Fire Eater is morale. We want to do that. Good God. More random penalties. Ooh, elemental weakness. Still alive. Oh yeah, blocks one hit. That's cool. Maybe we'll do a little bit in the back to equalize. Or is it better to just kill the one off in the front? Let's do that. So weaknesses. This one, yeah, this one's not taking a lot of morale damage. That 50% is pretty strong. Turns into a random skeleton upon death. Impalement. But it already bounces because of our artifact, so we can just do the bleeding, I guess. Oh, immune to bleeding, that's right. It's got pretty good armor. I wonder if this guy gets the Mammon Brigitte's Bone. Plus 10 to all resistances and plus 20 to armor. It's hard to tell. Monsters placed in a group containing... So I didn't place this monster. It was transformed. So we can check this out after the battle if we remember. He should have... If this is working, then this skeleton should have negative 50 fire resistance. So we'll look for that after the battle. See if a level... Oh, it's a level 2 skeleton soldier, though. This will be hard to check. Okay, no trap. Alright, disaster room. We want to do intimidation and give them terrified. So now they're going to take extra damage from this bone catapult. Wow, absolutely brutal. We can do demoralized. Just do a little bit of damage to her. I'm not sure if we'll kill her off with morale before we kill her off with physical damage. We'll find out, though. Got a lot of both on her, but a lot of status effects here. Some ice damage. It looks like it's going to be damage, not morale, that'll kill her. Oh, cool. Artifact time. Damage of the first attack suffered by monsters placed at the back is returned to the assailant. Once per fight, monsters placed at the front lose 50 speed, but their maximum life increases by 50%. I do like that. But the tankiest person in the front. Or the crystal skull, chance that monsters defeated come back to life as skeleton warriors. Stalling is typically good for me because of the morale damage I'm trying to do over time. I do like the crystal skull. It's thematic with all my skeletons. Okay. Motivation changes. We could go to the doctor, but we don't need it. We could go to the engineer, but we can't afford to upgrade anything, so we'll just do a little checkup. Everything seems to be in order. Thank you. And then we could send traps out on a siege. We could go send somebody on a business trip or send a group of monsters on a plunder mission. I do not know which one is going to be better for us. We do have traps available, but I don't want to rent out. This is the only trap I do not want to rent. So we could do that. I like the business trips. I feel like you tend to get lots of resources from this. Just sends one monster for a long time, which is usually fine. I think we do that. Plunder, usually I can get some other stuff, but business trip, I feel like I get to choose. And with plunder, there's like, a lot of times there's like a chance of getting an artifact or a chance of getting a monster, but this is like for sure. So let's do business trip. Oh yeah, we can get a lot of money. Get another artifact, but we're full. I don't know what happens if I get another one. I probably have to just replace one. I think we send our powerful guy just because that's so much money. Could go to the engineer, but I don't really want to upgrade anything. I don't know that I can even upgrade this trap anymore. I think 4 might be the highest because I didn't have that option last time. So let's just do an event. You're invited to a work lunch with your employees. They are chanting your name when your turn to pay for everyone comes. What will you pay for? +1 motivation for all available monsters. I could give them drinks. I could give them meals. +1 motivation. They don't need it, so ignore. Could go to the trainer or do a plunder. Now this is going to be our last fight before this mission is over, so it looks like we should probably do the trainer. Who would like to be a little bit stronger for this next fight? Probably this guy, because we like him for his morale. Applies enraged. Okay, so we'll train him up. And this is the only character we can train. For some reason, we can train him to level 4. He is cheap to train. Didn't I pay a bunch of money to train him 2 levels before? But he's really cheap. Oh, it takes blood to train him as well. Oh, I've never noticed that before. That's interesting. Okay, well, we have some blood. Oh, we got an achievement. A real monster. Must be for getting somebody to level 4. I guess I've never done that before. Okay, champion time. So let's pick our team here. Let's send everybody back for a second and kind of think about this real quick. So I think I want to do a morale team in the first group. So these guys are actually pretty good at doing morale damage. -14 morale and demoralize. That's good. -12 morale, -14 morale, and the dodge is pretty helpful. So let's do that. And then we'll just send some nasal. Your name is Nasal? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, you know, that's... Maybe we'll put a couple demoralized characters in the second group as well. We could actually really double down on that. And then we'll put like a tank character in each group just in case we need one. This guy tends to be good at finishing people off. This guy's a little bit tanky, and then we'll put that guy there. Okay, so we have a little bit of choice about how we want to do it, depending on what the champion looks like. Champion might be super hard to take down with morale attacks, and we'll need to mix it up a little bit. So, no disaster, no rest, rare reward, which is just the mission reward, and a bunch of gold, which I don't know why you get gold for the last mission or the last dungeon when it ends after that, but maybe it matters for your stats. Okay, so we have an herbalist. Heal somebody's life once. Immune to master's spells. Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. We'll probably not be using this because morale taken from attacks and traps increase. Well, maybe we will actually. But it also seems like I could just use enraged, and then whatever I'm doing, it'll be better, and also it won't, this character won't be immune to it, because this is applying to the monsters, not to her. So that might be some way that we go here. Second character is a disciple, level 4, ice, removes penalties once, can't be affected by poison. Oh, this is a problem. This guy's going to remove a penalty with the most stacks at the start of his turn once. So that means all of the demoralization from this will be removed, which is unfortunate. But his morale is low, so he might take enough that even after he takes the bone catapult morale twice and then the demoralized stack damage once and then removes it, it'll still be a lot. So I think that'll be okay. Can't be affected by poison. That won't affect us here. And this is our champion, Moriador, the Pyromancer. Does fire damage, applies burn to monsters who deal damage to the Pyromancer. I don't know if that means morale damage and health damage, so we're going to find out. The attack regenerates 10% of the Pyromancer's maximum life if the target is affected by burn. Again, not super important because we're going to be trying to scare this character away, even though his morale total is quite high. So this character might make it to our master. I say that every time, and then they never do. Of course, now they will. We'll see what happens. So we have nature in the back, fire in the back. So nature and fire in the back. Oh my god. Might have to be Kirsten. But she has to be fast enough to actually take a turn. So we'll do 69 fire damage. Nice. And she will survive that. She'll only get one attack. Oh, but she's got dodge, so she'll dodge the first one. Cool. So she might get 2 attack. No, she'll get hit here and then get hit here. So she'll actually only get 1 go. And then the person in the front's going to take ice damage, so that's clearly going to be our ice skeleton. Right? Right? Yes. Okay, so who else do we want? If we place another skeleton, we get this little buff here. I'm not sure it's going to make a huge difference. These aren't the beefiest units. This character is a little bit lackluster other than as a tank. And he's only level 1. Mr. Nasal. So I think we just go with Quordud, the orc, to do morale damage. Spell, second monster group. So, nature and fire in the back. This person's a good choice. This person's a really good choice. This person's very fast. We might do both of these, and then once this guy's dead, it'll be this one, and he can resist the nature and fire reasonably well. And then we need someone in the front for ice. I do want to I could do more morale. This person resists ice and can still do morale. Not as good as this one, but enhance resistance to the monster at the group at the front, and guaranteed critical to the one at the back. Interesting. So maybe if we're getting a guaranteed critical, we put this one here to get the guaranteed critical. Okay, second trap room. We're not allowed to place a trap because of our really neat artifact. Let's get started. Okay, we have hypothermia for more demoralized stacks. It's definitely the way to go. Fire Eater for morale damage. Scream of Terror. Yeah, despite losing all of his stacks of... Wait a minute. All the heroes at the start of his turn once. Oh god. I took all of them away. Dang, that sucks. Oh, that's bad. At least they got to hit each character at least once for a large amount. Because the higher the stacks, the more each instance does. Oh, Kirsten, you lost your head. This poor guy is trying to punch the skeleton to death with Ice Fist, and it's just not working. Some more hypothermia here. Why'd that fire only do 5% of his max life? Oh, because he has so little life, yeah. Oof. The ice dot is not very effective. So she used her heal, which doesn't really matter. Oh, he's going to run away actually soon. So if we do this one, it's only really going to matter against the hero back here, the champion, because this one's already on his last bit of morale, and he's going to run away. This one's unaffected by spells, so I think we definitely... Oh, and this one hits the one in the front, which we don't care about. So I think we immune to master spell, so it's definitely this one. Buff up our next monsters. We can do a dagger, or we can hit the guy in the back. Thinking the one in the back. Howl. Yeah. Lots of dots. And then we have a new attack on this character. Have I not seen this before? Well, that's pretty powerful. I like that a lot. We're doing morale stuff, so I'm not going to use it, but dang, that's not bad. It's a lot of fire damage, and oh, maybe it's because of the critical? Maybe. No, because this only shows 12 morale. That's just going to be more than 78, isn't it? Yeah. Burn 3 is pretty strong, too. All right, let's keep doing Demoralize. Oh, she's going to leave soon. So let's just hit the one at the back. We got a Howl in here. Oh, he died and she ran away.
For your great accomplishments, the board has decided to name you as company CEO. Congratulations.
Wow, this company has a lot of CEOs. Everybody's getting promoted to CEO. Maybe they're taking turns.
My work here is done.
Okay, 38 weeks. We gathered almost 3,000 gold. 32 employees slaughtered. Heroes defeated. 5 through killing, 23 through scaring. That's pretty cool. Blood and Tears collected 187. Dungeons defended 9. And this was mission 1, I believe. We continue to see how much experience. Won't be a ton because this was just like one level 1 mission.
Sweat and blood. Torture, it's a passion.
Okay, so I think that's gonna end this series here. Man, I absolutely love this game. The more I play it, the more I just absolutely love it. I got a talent point, but I'll wait until the next time I'm going to start a game with this character. This was a lot more fun than I remembered. I forgot how incredibly fun the morale builds are. It's a little bit less interactive. I feel like I don't have to think as much when I'm doing it, so I guess in a way that's sort of a downside, but it's also kind of fun to just turn off your brain a little bit and just click the morale damage buttons and just watch everything just go to hell for the heroes invading. So let's just check out what the next mission is, just in case it's really interesting. So we do get this satyr. So it looks like this one, instead of getting undead and humanoids, we're going to get humanoids and the like demon characters. So we have a goblin, a flame eater. I do like these guys. A gnoll, an orc, a succubus, and a satyr. So it looks like lots of single target damage, which is pretty interesting. I'm not really used to doing that. And we start with a poison cloud trap, a mortar. I've never seen this one. Damage in the back. Okay. And the polar portal, which we're pretty familiar with after our enchantress game. And no artifact to start with, but if we beat this one, we unlock the vampire, who I've also never seen before. So that's pretty cool. Very, very cool. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you're enjoying these series of Legend of Keepers. Very, very fun game, and I suggest you check it out and play it for yourself. Very entertaining and extremely replayable. If you're liking my videos, please leave me a like, and if you want to see more, consider subscribing and come back for more. I'm trying to upload every day. So So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next series.